3 years old in the gym?
Yeah, man, in the
It's
gym.
a bit early to start, you know.
I was already hitting weights back then, yeah. How about you?
Hi, I'm Josh Wilson-Esbrand,
Hi, and I'm Rico Lewis.
and we're here to talk about our past experiences in football. So, Rico, what is the first memory you have of playing football?
I'd probably say when I was about 2-3 years old, I was just kicking the ball around. My dad owns a gym where I live, and just kicking the ball around there. Pretty much with him, he'd just kick it back to me, and just nothing serious, just messing about really, and that's just really what brought me into it.
2-3 years old in the gym?
Yeah, man, in the
It's
gym.
a bit early to start, you know.
I was already hitting weights back then, yeah. How about you?
I can only remember playing football when I was around 8.
Yeah.
I think I probably played earlier, but my actual memories I have in my head is 8, Sunday league, park football,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Obviously you started at 8. When was the first time you actually thought you wanted to be a pro footballer?
Pretty much all in that same year.
Really?
That same year, when I was 8, I went to Sunday league, and then from Sunday league we played a match against West Ham, and then from then they called me in for trials and I got signed, and then that was kind of the start of the journey, to be honest.
I never really knew what, when you're younger, you don't really know what
Yeah.
professional footballer is, but I think since I can remember playing football, I've always just wanted to be what I've seen on TV, really. So pretty much since I started playing.
And where is home to you?
I live with my dad in Bury, and then with my mum closer to Whitefield.
For us non-northern lot, can you explain the dimensions of where that is in Manchester?
I say from town it's about 20 minutes away, so it's not too bad, but when it's traffic it's hectic.
Is it?
Yeah, but it's not too bad. What about you? Where are you living right now?
I live now in Chadwell Heath, that is East London.
What about here?
Here? Oh, I live now here in Salford. I'm not too sure because obviously, like I said, I'm not familiar with the ins and outs and the logistics, but Salford, just 5 minutes from town.
Who was your role model when you were growing up?
I think my dad. Like you said, for you, he done everything for me.
Yeah.
Took me to the park, like brought me up and stuff like that. Taught me things outside of football, in football. So I think I owe everything to him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I'd probably say the same as well. He's the main point that pushes you towards. Doesn't force you to do it, but like pushes you in directions to go and like put yourself out there.
As a kid, who were your footballing heroes?
When I was a kid, I was more of an attacker. So generally, it was more watching clips of like Neymar, Messi.
Quiet, but he works a 1-2 with Mbappe. Oh, it's typical of him. He's been quiet all evening, but as long as he's on the pitch, he's capable of doing things as magical as that. It's a trademark Messi finish.
You know, obviously when I was younger, they were doing things together on the pitch, which was never seen before. So it was just them two mainly.
Messi, Ronaldinho, all these players, you know, they took football to a different place. You know, it just made you smile whilst watching them. But how would you say like your role models now have changed? Like you said, you was more an attacker back when you was younger, but now you're fullback.
I'd say definitely Kyle was one of the main ones, and I'd say also Dani Alves when he was playing at Barca. I love watching him as well. Yeah,
and now you get the privilege to train with Kyle, obviously. How does he help you on a day-to-day or even just little tips?
I think it's mainly just the little tips. He didn't really give. I don't have to really go and ask him for much, but when he just gives me little tips, when he sees that he could improve me in some way, it just goes a long way, really. Would you say yours have changed?
I think now, Alphonso Davies, and obviously I have the, like I said, the privilege to be in the same change room as Joao and Kyle, who are, if not the best, two of the best fullbacks in the Prem. So just continue learning from them and just continue to develop my game.
So obviously we've talked about your football hero, but what about a sporting hero in general?
I think for me it has to be Lewis Hamilton. You know, I love Formula 1, so...
Yeah, I know you do. Is he the F1 GOAT? No.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
Most definitely. What about for you?
Obviously I said my dad had a gym when I was growing up, and obviously he was really into Thai boxing and stuff like that. And he showed me a lot of like Muhammad Ali clips and stuff like that, and I really he showed me like his story and stuff like that, and I took like quite a lot from him. But also recently, when the Michael Jordan documentary came out, I was fascinated with that as well.
What do you think your biggest obstacle is in your career?
I'd say so far it's only been an injury, which was dislocating my shoulder. And then obviously I did it a few times, so then I had to get a surgery, which obviously it takes a toll mentally as well, because then you have to do rehab for a long time and stuff like that. But I say so far I've not had too many, and when I have had them, I've had like the support around me for it to be quite easy. What about you?
I think the same really. I've had one of the biggest injuries you can get is ACL, out for a whole season. Came back to Miami, so I think the same thing, just injuries. But like you said, once you've had one, and you kind of know how to deal with it, you got your support network around you, just rehab and get better. But I think that's about it, to be honest.
What would you say a time is when you felt like you made the difference?
When we had to do coaching badges at a school around here, and I think it's nice to give back to people that were in your position once. But like if I go back home and I go back to my Sunday league and I'm giving boots, it makes you feel good, because you were once in that position, and you know, you just show the same love that someone when you was younger would have done to you as well.
Being able to go back and do stuff for your parents and stuff like that, it feels like you can make a difference in their life, where they've done it already for you, like taking you to those football sessions early when it was like cold and there was no benefit to them. And being able to now give back to them, I think that's the best part of it.
What makes you proud?
Probably ties into that. Making them proud makes me proud, you know. When they saw me, obviously made my debut.
17-year-old Rico Lewis, with a beaming smile, comes on for a moment to remember.
And they were like in the box and I could see them. And after being able to meet them after, and it's like, I've worked hard for it, but they've also worked hard for it, and then they're proud of me, so I'm proud of that. Really. What about you?
I think the same as well, to be honest. Just being able to make the people that sacrifice so much for you proud, and just letting them see all the hard work that they've put in, all the hard work that you've put in, just come out into fruition. So
you don't feel like you're just with the first team, you feel like you're part of it as well. You feel like you're getting the same exposure as them. So it's nice. What would you say your greatest achievement is so far?
Has to be a debut, isn't it? Making a debut for a first team, especially a team like City, and then coming on playing more games and stuff pre-season. But I think just making a debut has to be the biggest achievement I've made so far.
Mine would definitely probably be the same as that, you know. Coming, especially supporting this club since 7, 8, and then being able to play for them in the Premier League is definitely the biggest achievement. But hopefully not the biggest yet though. More to come.
I'm Wilson-Esbrand.
I'm Rico Lewis.
And this has been our answers to our experience growing up in football.